in the game.
This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming up next. It is one of the most difficult golf courses in the United States, Oakmont Country Club outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hello again and welcome. Rich Storner alongside Frank Nobilo, who was a part of that dramatic U.S. Open in 1994 at Oakmont, ultimately won by Ernie Els. Frank, when you think of Oakmont, what comes to mind?
The difficulty of the golf course, Rich. I know a lot's changed over the last 20 or so years. A lot of the trees are being removed. But really, that wasn't the story of Oakmont. It's the slick greens, how firm and fast they can be. The members there, for example, they marvel at the fact that people think they're fast. They say, we putt on these greens every single day, and they're certainly no slower. But it's the bunkering as well. There's 210 bunkers here. They're all in play. And it just has that history. When you step on Oakmont, you just know you are walking on not one of the great courses in North America, but one of the great courses in golf.
In red figures at 1 under par. Settles in always with excellent posture over the ball. This one's sweet, Frank. Super. That's a heck of a poke right there. 310 yards and in the fairway. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. That would be a great look at birdie. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
How about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today. So here we are at the third hole, par 4, again 428 yards. Frank, have you ever seen anything quite like the bunkering that we have here on the left side of this hole?
No, the church pews, they're famous obviously for Oakmont, and they have that tendency to drag your eye to that left side. Really, you hit anything that you can get off on the fairway off this tee, whether it's a long iron, I don't care what it is. If you want to try and hit driver down there, well, good luck, because this really is about the second shot. Somehow avoid that trouble there so you've got a second shot.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Fourth hole now. Long par 5 at 609 yards.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. He can really get red hot with a putter. Let's see what McIlroy does. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. We're at the fifth hole now. Short hole, but Frank, pretty challenging even at 382 yards.
Yeah, you've got the bunkers are staggered. The first three coming down the left side, and then they start to link up with the ones on the right side that just sort of narrow this fairway up. It just sort of changes the strategy. But if you can just sort of thread an iron up there, that's the main thing, because this green is going to be very narrow in the front and then slope away to the player's left.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Well, that hurts. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. In for par, and we'll sit tight at 4 under. And now to the par 3 6th here at Oakmont, measuring in at just under 200 yards. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Standing over his birdie putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. All right, Frank, take us down onto the 7th hole, par 4 at 434 yards.
Another one that's just another great driving hole. Bunkers on both sides of the fairway, so you can't really bail out either way. Used to be some trees in that down the right side. They've been removed, replaced now by fescue. So if you do miss those bunkers right or left, it's not exactly one of the easiest chip out to the fairway. Another one that's a must-hit fairway. Reason why? It's a long par 4, and it's the only way you can hit this par 4 and 2.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Nails it. That is now 6 birdies on the card. We're at the 8th at Oakmont, a famous hole. And Frank, it's not often we say of a par 3 that it is a beast, but the 8th at Oakmont is just that.
Yeah, you can imagine a 300-yard par 3 to a flat green. That would be hard enough. But imagine to a 300-yard par 3 at a US Open to a green that goes up at the front and then crowns at the top and then slips away at both sides. That's the 8th hole.
Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. Frank, this would jumpstart the round, a 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Did the job right there. Here we are at the 9th, par 4, 477 yards. Frank, this is a rugged hole.
It is. It used to be a par 5. Some say it should still be a par 5. Long, straight hole. Runs alongside the first hole there. Bunkers left and right. And, of course, if you find the rough, the remnants of what it used to be a par 5 is that nice little cross bunker in the middle of the fairway, which forces you to lay up.
Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Located in Alberta, Canada, the Banff Springs Golf Club is a sight to see. Just spectacular views around every corner and challenging holes that will test every level of player. Rich Loader alongside Frank Novelo for EA Sports on the call today. Frank, how would you describe this layout here at Banff Springs?
Well, Rich, the holes gently roll along the Bow River underneath those magnificent snow-capped peaks of Sulphur Mountain, Mount Rundle, and the other one in the distance is Tunnel Mountain. The greens range from these huge, massive, expansive sort of surfaces to small and flat, so very diverse. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Getting set now over the putt. Even par early on. On to the second hole, 171 yards, tricky little par 3. Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, You've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right, and at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Misses the putt here. Has to try again and add another stroke to the scorecard. Needs this for par. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par threes, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the 5th hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the third bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. Let's see what the dominant number 1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Birdie try up next. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business.
Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Frank, you played at the highest level all over the world. What was a comfortable yardage for you on holes like this?
I actually had a club, believe it or not, that just the grooves on it, it would go 105 yards. It was a lofted sand iron, whether it was out of the first cut or up or the fairway. So if I could hit it around 100 yards, I could almost hit that distance with my eyes closed. After that, 70 yards was the next one. So everybody has that little sort of sweet spot with the wedge.
So that means on a hole like this, you were looking for something off the tee in the 265 to 270 range, and that would put what club in your hand?
Just in those days, it was a 53-degree sand iron, yeah.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, that looked good to me. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Located in Atlanta, Georgia, the East Lake Golf Club is the home course to the legendary golfer Bobby Jones. It's the oldest golf course in the city of Atlanta. This is Rich Lerner along with Frank Novelo for EA Sports, and we'll be calling all the action out on the course today.
That's an absolute beauty.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. This is a good-looking shot. That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt from about 8 feet. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
He has this for par.
So close.